Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to know how I baked this very lovely blueberry cake, don't go anywhere, just grab your drink and keep on watching. So guys, let's get started. I believe you've seen the recipe. I just added 2 cups of flour and I'm sifting it alongside with my baking soda and some salt. At this point, I'm just going to use the whisk to make sure that I'm mixing everything all together so that I don't have any separation of any sort. Everything needs to be well infused together. And now to my wet ingredients. I have 2 eggs and I'm adding like a cup of sugar, which I'm going to be whisking all together. I'm doing this in the slow motion. Don't do it like very fast at first, but of course I'm going to make the video fast. So I whisked this for about 3 minutes until when everything was like very smooth and all fused together, my eggs and my sugar. And that was 1 cup of curd or yogurt and 1 cup of oil, some vanilla essence and some baking soda. Oh, sorry, cornstarch, sorry. So I'm just mixing everything all together. Please, you can go back to the recipe to check so that you have the complete and the very right details. Everything you need is in the recipe just at the beginning of the video. So I'm just whisking this for about 3 minutes more. And I'm going to be adding my dry ingredients gradually. Please, you have to make sure you don't add everything all at the same time in order to avoid lumps and to make it less clumpy. So I'm going to do this in 3 parts, and this is the first part that I am just mixing all together. And I make sure that it is well fused and all together before I add some more. And I'm doing this for the second time. I'm not going to add everything now. Like I said, I'm doing this in 3 parts. And I'm just whisking this all together again to make sure that I don't have any lumps, to make sure that there's no powder separation from the wet ingredients and everything is just very homogeneous, just the way you like your cake batter. And when I am satisfied, I'll go ahead and add the last bits of my dry ingredients to make sure that I have one uniform cake batter. And you should be used to this by now. Just add it. By this time it becomes thicker. Just use your power to make sure you mix and you mix it properly. You don't want any separation. You'll see the result at the end. What you do is what you're going to get. So at this point, I think I have a very good batter and this works for me very well. I'm just adding some blueberries. You can add more if you wish, but I don't like the very tanginess of the blueberries, so I'm not going to be very generous. You can add less, you can add more. It entirely depends on you. This cake is not the typical very sweet cake. It all depends on your preference and your taste buds. So I'm oiling my cake pan. I love oiling my cake pan very well. I don't want it to stick to any point. I don't want it to stick at any point. I'm oiling it very well before I even go in with my baking paper. And I'm just making sure that this baking paper is well placed. Just try to align it properly to be sure that it is well placed all around the pan or beneath the pan. And I'm going back again to oil my baking paper. Like I said, I just like doing this process. So by the time the cake comes out, everything just comes out at once. I don't struggle to use a knife or anything to separate it. So I'm pouring in my batter right now. You can see the few blueberries I added at this point. They're in the cake batter, and just keep on watching to see how I'm going to incorporate the rest. So I'm just giving a slight tap to my tin and I'm adding more blueberries at this point. Like I said, it entirely depends on your preference. You can reduce the quantity, you can increase the quantity. I have seen many lovely blueberry cakes that have a lot of more blueberries. If you don't mind the taste, definitely add more. And I'm just incorporating this further into my cake batter to be sure that it's exactly the way I want it. A slight taps here and there and it's ready for it to go into the oven. Baking at 375 Fahrenheit for 55 minutes, guys. And this is the result of my blueberry cake. It's cooling right now. I'm just going to wait for it to cool for 20 minutes, and I'm adding some powdered ice sugar. Like I said, the cake is not sweet like that. It's not so sweet, so you can add a little bit of icing sugar. This is entirely optional for you. And let me just cut into my cake to see if it is well done, if it's exactly what I want. Like I said, you can bake it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 55 minutes or 180 degrees centigrade for 55 minutes. Just stick a toothpick and you can see how lovely this cake is. It's super moist. It's exactly how a cake should be, and it tasted very nice as well. Take this with your favorite drink, with tea, with coffee. I love this. It's a wonderful snack. It's a very wonderful breakfast idea too. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to click to subscribe to my channel for more recipes. I'll see you in other videos. Bye. Take care.